There are some Kenyan politicians that copied Bobi Wine's slogan in an election, and they are using it in their own election. When the ODM faction that was campaigning in Russia was doing its work, a member of parliament came out to echo these slogans. In fact, he said these statements. That is the MP of ODM giving out those slogans. So you continue seeing that Bobi Wine has an effect. One of the greatest attributes of a leader is creating something that can have an effect, not only where he comes from, but in his country and the neighboring countries. And Bobi Wine has done so. In fact, Bobi Wine is a phenomenon in the politics of Uganda to an extent of having that effect. The reason as to why I'm speaking like that, for a long period of time, in fact, the Ugandan politics have been settled in Nairobi because Kenya is the biggest democracy in East Africa. It has never had a civil war. It has had transitions, multiple of them. Okay, with some serious challenges, but they are minimal compared to other challenges East African countries face. Okay, so seeing that, it made me so happy. Secondly, during this rally, the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna made a scorching attack on Secretary General Oburu Odinga. Remember, ODM wants to be sold to UDA of William Ruto, because William Ruto, since he lost the Mount Kenya vote, remember William Ruto was voted by two main blocks. That is the Mountain Kenya block and Rift Valley vote. And after Ruto losing one of the block, he ran to Nyanza where ODM has the stronghold. And for him to achieve that, okay, he wanted to take away the ODM. In fact, Sifuna said this statement.
Munaniona vizuri? Munaniona vizuri? Mimi ndio Sifuna. Kwa maombi yenu na kwa mapenzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu, nasimama Busia nikiwa bado katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa kaunti ya Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache kwenye bunge la Senate. Walisema hatuingii Busia. Hapa ni wapi? Nataka mseme wasikie, hapa ni wapi? Busia ya Uganda ama Busia ya Kenya? Hapa ni wapi? Sisi ni kina nani? Mnaona hapa, hii ndio jeshi ya baba na ni timu ya kulinda mwananchi kutokana na ukora ya Kasongo, kutokana na ushuru ya Kasongo, kutokana na wizi ya Kasongo, kutokana na ufisadi ya Kasongo, kutokana na dhulma ya Kasongo. Kama hamjui, viongozi ambao wamefika hapa Busia, Kasongo aliua vijana wengi sana. Hapa ambapo tumesimama na tunapouliza maswali, wanasema ati sisi ni waasi. Lazima tuulize maswali, si ndio? Kwa niaba ya hii kikosi ambayo iko hapa, nataka tuwaruhusu viongozi wazungumze. Kila mtu ambaye amekuja hapa atapata fursa ya kuzungumza. Kwa sababu yenu, nataka niwashukuru sana nyinyi watu wa Busia, pamoja na jeshi ya polisi ambayo iko hapa leo. Mumehakikisha tumeingia hapa. Vijana wewe, vijana ria, vijana tibu, vijana tialala. Mnataka kusikiza babu, mnataka kusikiza warembo. Haya, nataka tuanzie juu, tukishuka mpaka chini, kila mtu atazungumza, mpaka viongozi wa hapa, si ndio? Kwa heshima kubwa, tulia tu, kwa heshima yenu, kwa heshima yenu, nataka tumkaribishe gavana wa Siaya, Mheshimiwa James Orengo, atufungulie kipindi ya mazungumzo.
That is Sifuna. First of all, I also think ODM is poor at negotiation without Raila, because Oburu Odinga, the brothers, came out to say that they don't want to be deputy, they don't want to be president. That means that they don't know what they want. For a political party as big as ODM, it cannot come out to say that it doesn't want one of the two top political seats, which is unfortunate. Okay? They are poor at negotiation. And you clearly see that ODM is going to lose. Many of the cases, political parties in Kenya are built on individuals. When individuals cease to play politics or die, that political party dies. Case in example, Ford Kenya is not as strong as it used to be under Kijana Namalwa. Jubilee is not as strong as to be under Uhuru Kenyatta. I know UDA will not be no more without William Ruto. It's the truth. So Oburu Odinga failed to build the charisma leader in him to lead ODM. In fact, the best decision would be for Oburu Odinga to start campaigning as president, maybe as in year's election, even if he's going into a negotiation, to negotiate to be deputy. But for you to surrender without even getting anything, you see a novice in politics. And for me, I keep on telling people that ODM is going to split. Some of them are going to even work with Gachagua, because the SG is in Nairobi. Many of the cases, the capital city is opposition. Many of the cases, it is the truth. Okay? And even if I'm Sifuna, I'd rather work with the opposition other than Ruto. So even the way ODM is taken, how can you tell me that Oburu Odinga can become party leader when he's not even among the people under the constitution who are supposed to take over the party? Because I first thought that after Raila Odinga had gone, one of the deputies was going to take over, which I never saw. You couldn't see the seat. You couldn't see that the party, the people wanted to make the party a family affair. I know because Raila died, maybe they had some finances as a party they would want to retain within the family, but it was wrong because political party is a public entity. ODM was built on the blood of very many people, not family affair. It was a mistake. Okay? So, Sifuna attacking Oburu is right. He has to stand up because the party is going to be taken away. And after 2027, ODM is going to remain a shell. Trust me, because many of the Western are either going to join UDA, because if I'm ODM and I'm in Western, okay, tell me one value that I can get remaining in the ODM to work with UDA instead of joining UDA. Tell me, because they will be part of the ruling party. Or if I want to remain in the opposition, I may want to join Gashagua's DCP. So many of the leaders, basically ODM may remain a Luo Nyanza party, and it is the truth. But also, I saw John MBADI. John MBADI came out to say that Sifuna is going to be chased, saying that he's a frivolous Secretary General. You clearly see the contempt. You clearly see that they are not following the law. Some of these people who criticize the government don't want criticism themselves. So MBADI coming out to speak that they are going to chase away Sifuna, it is so bad. In fact, MBADI said these statements.
Someone like Sifuna will not remain in ODM because already it's conflicted. He is now selling the agenda of someone else. Why are you pretending? You cannot keep him in the party. He is gone. Allow him to go. When I was chairman of the party, and Ababu Namwamba wanted to behave like he's behaving, I made sure he left. I convened the disciplinary committee against him at the SG. And by the way, let nobody cheat you. At the SG, is keeping documents of the party. That one we changed a long time ago. We created trustees. We sat down. Sifuna does not even know where the registration certificate of ODM is. He does not know. If he has seen him, let him take a photo of that certificate and put on WhatsApp. He can live with the people he will live with. But the party will remain cohesive. We need a cohesive outfit. Not a party where the party leader says this, then another official says the other. Today they are in Busia, selling an agenda we don't know. They are saying Raila did not leave us in Broadway. Who took MBADI to Broadway to government? Did they question him? And he died while we were in government. And he said that 2020, up to 2027, after 2027, hata bado tutaendelea kufanya kazi. That was Raila Odinga. But even if he did not say that, where do you want us to go? Let us assume Raila did not say that. Where do you want us to go? Do you want us to join Gachagua? Or do you want us to go with Matiang'i? Or do you want us to go with Kalonzo? As we will work with Ruto to 2027 and beyond. And 2032, some of us are ready to take over as the president of this country. We are ready. We are ready. If we are not ready, kakando, sisi tuko tayari. Kama unataka kusimama 2027, sema. Mimi sitaki kusimama president 2027. But 2032, I am ready.
That is Johnson MBADI. Since Johnson MBADI is in government eating, he doesn't want the status quo to be removed. In fact, he is trying to be populist that after 2032 is going to be president. Let me tell you one thing. You cannot say like that when you are even lower in hierarchy. What does MBADI bring on the table? It's not the minority even within the Nyanza. Is a Suba, and politics in Kenya unfortunately is built around tribe. It is the truth. You want to be big. You want to be picked as deputy president. He can't. Let me tell you, part of the reason as to why the mountain Kenya has always been in presidency, it is two things. Every time there is a leadership, the mountain Kenya is in the opposition and is in government. Right now, the biggest opposition leader is Gachagua, and the deputy president is Kithure Kindiki. They are all from the Western. After Ruto is gone, the person who has chances to become president is either deputy president or the leader of opposition. It is the truth. That's what happened in 2007. Uhuru Kenyatta was a deputy president, okay? Yet the president was Kibaki. So every time there is a leadership, Mount Kenya is in the opposition and is in the government. It's the reasons why they normally have higher chances of becoming president. And I may not be surprised if Gachagua becomes president. The only thing he needs is making a proper alliance, and I pray that proper alliance is Western, because Western is the second biggest voting bloc. Gachagua is going to be president. Of course, that's my opinion. Many yours truly, Mr. Makinde, Kabir Sulaiman Magal. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. See you on another one. Peace.